ago, one Saturday morning, I did something that every normal person would do. I went to a Toastmasters meeting. Not one, but 6 in a row. Pretty normal. The District of Chicago, District 30, had organized this special event, a speech-a-thon. 6 Toastmasters meetings in a row. 4 speakers and 4 evaluators per meeting. Do the math. I was scheduled to speak later that day, in the afternoon. But I wanted to learn. I wanted to explore and observe how speakers use their gestures, their body movements, their stage use. So I went early in the morning. And I started observing and listening and soaking up these messages, these presentations, in order to warm up my mind. When my session came, I looked at the agenda. Okay, so I'm evaluating Eddie Williams. Who's Eddie Williams? Looked around, asked around. He wasn't there. The Toastmasters started the meeting. Wait, what are you doing? Who am I evaluating? What would you do in that situation? Will you evaluate all the speakers? The meeting was about to start when suddenly a blind black man entered the room and sat down next to me. Eddie Williams. As I walked him to the lectern, I thought, how do you evaluate a blind speaker? Forget about the gestures. Forget about the body movement. Forget about the stage use. I had to focus on the message. And what a message it was. Eddie spoke with enthusiasm. He shared how he wanted to go skiing, but was scared. He kept saying it when all he had to do was go skiing. He said that he wanted to go flying, but was scared. And he kept saying it when all he had to do was go flying. And then he talked about public speaking. That's when I really connected. Because for years, I knew about Toastmasters. And I wanted to speak. And I wanted to work on my public speaking skills. But I was scared. Eddie gave the best speech that day. A speech entitled, Stop Saying and Start Doing. And after his enthusiastic speech, I had to speak about Leonardo da Vinci, about the benefits of observation during evaluation. And I talked how Leonardo was inspired by a flying bird to design a plane and draw it in his notebook. After my speech, guess who had to evaluate my speech? That's right, Eddie Williams. As I walked him to the lectern, I'm thinking, gosh, what challenge am I creating for that man? A blind person to evaluate a speech about the benefits of observation in evaluation. Only in Toastmasters. But Eddie faced the challenge with enthusiasm. Press, when you talked about that bird, I thought you looked up in the sky. I did. Everybody laughed. Press, I thought you gestured and pointed upwards. I did. Everybody laughed. Eddie observed my speech with the eyes of his imagination. Press, I could feel everything you were saying. He listened with his emotions. It was positive, optimistic, enthusiastic evaluation. The most inspirational evaluation I had ever received. And if Eddie can speak with enthusiasm, if he can evaluate with enthusiasm, what can you do? Face your fear of speaking. Face your fear of evaluating. Stop saying and start doing. Round of applause.